So, media viewers, what's going on? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion and the super genius and the MMA expert, and I'm still talking about McGregor versus Mayweather. A lot of stuff happened. Oh man, we had these press conferences. We had LA, Toronto, New York, London. Absolutely crazy. And I have an updated prediction. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. You can see my other prediction before, and I still stand by that with some modifications, right? Now, here's the deal. I still think Mayweather's going to win. And I think he's going to win even more so. But there's a couple caveats. Now, again, with the caveat of McGregor's bigger, McGregor's younger, McGregor can punch. Maybe Mayweather, maybe he's past his prime. Maybe he gets sloppy. Maybe he's not there. Maybe there's a lucky punch. All kinds of things can happen. Maybe McGregor got in Mayweather's head. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was talked about. Pay your taxes. They were calling each other's names. There's all these different things that were happening. And people were saying that McGregor is in Mayweather's head. But when I listened to these press conferences, I heard something. And I'm like, boom, something went off in my head. An idea, a concept. Now, let's think about this. Some might say that this isn't, the best boxing matchup to make. That if you wanted to do a fight, a real boxing super fight, you would do maybe Mayweather Pacquiao again. Maybe, although with the horn thing, maybe that messes that up, whatever. But you could do it. Or maybe you go real big and you go Mayweather Triple G for super money, right? But maybe it's not this kind of money, right? You have, what we've seen here is promotional mastery, in my opinion. Dana White, Ellerby, Showtime, McGregor, Mayweather, all coming together, and it's selling tickets. Selling pay-per-views. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. You've talked about 9-figure money. Now, if you think about this, I heard something. I'm like, boom, wait a minute. Now, what did I hear? I heard like McGregor talking something to Mayweather. This is a half a fight, a quarter of a fight. I can't knee, I can't elbow, I can't rustle, this and that, whatever. And Mayweather, he wasn't saying anything. He's like, I'm the A side. That's why you got to come here. That's why you have to be in boxing or something like that. In my opinion, first of all my personal opinion only, not alleged any fact, not casting any aspersion, all for entertainment purpose only. Please check the disclaimers. But I heard something. I thought I heard something, and I think Mayweather responded with something to the effect of, I'm going to beat you here, and then I'll go over there and beat you. Whether that's UFC, Octagon, whatever it is. And I'm like, oh, snap. What's better than a 100 million, 150, 9-figure payday? What's better than a 9-figure payday? That's a huge payday. You could retire off of that. What's better than a 9-figure payday? 2 of them. Oh gosh, JDB, what are you talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. If you believe that Floyd Mayweather, undefeated, 49-0, one of the best in the world, multiple-time world champion, really is too skilled, too slick, too crafty for McGregor, that for whatever he's done in the MMA ring, come on. Now you're dealing with the whole different level. If you think that it's a mismatch, yet they're promotional masters. Let's say Floyd beats him. Let's say Floyd does what he does, which is make McGregor look bad, stick and move, play defense, roll the shoulder, and just pop, win the rounds, and then he wins the decision, and he gets all that money. What's the next move? Maybe, possibly. Well, guess what? Okay, fine. You beat me in your ring. Come to my ring. And then we'll see. And I'll be honest with you. Floyd's got fans. Floyd's got haters. Me personally, I'd be a lot more ready to pay for a pay-per-view of Floyd Mayweather doing MMA against Conor McGregor than I am for this boxing fight. You see where I'm going there? It changes the calculation. Now that is something that I think people would pay to see. But if you're Floyd Mayweather, you don't do that. And see, here you have Conor McGregor. If he goes over here and gets beat by Floyd Mayweather, he gets beat by the best ever. But he gets a paycheck. Now he's elevated. Now he's elevated. Now he's got his paycheck. He just said he's going to make more money off this one fight than all his other career. Floyd Mayweather gets paid. He does his thing. Maybe, who knows what happens in there. Maybe Floyd knocks McGregor out, whatever like that. But then it's like, okay, Floyd has the 50-0. He's done with that. He gets paid there. Now you've got the option to go, but Conor doesn't. Conor loses nothing if he loses to Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? He's elevated himself, his status, and his money. Now Floyd can go over here to the MMA ring. Now you know there's clearly octagon. There's clearly a risk there because anything can happen. We saw what happened when James Toney went over there to fight Randy Couture. That didn't work out so good for James Toney. But if Floyd loses in the octagon, who cares? He's already got the 50-0 and he's got his big money and everything like that. Who cares? I don't know that he would do it. I don't know that he would do it. I don't know if they've even thought about that. But it was interesting. It just, when he said that, I'm like, I wonder if Floyd Mayweather wins here, would he consider that? I want to know what you think about that. You let me know. Do you think that's possible? If Floyd beats McGregor, if Mayweather beats McGregor in boxing, do you think they would do a rematch in the octagon for similar kind of money? How interesting would that be? How much would that elevate the UFC? How much money would they both make? And, you know, it was very, very interesting to me. What do you think about that? Give me the comments below. Please subscribe. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it on your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the super genius and the MMA expert. You're watching Conservative New Media. I will see you next time.